Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our third unit, which is titled What Will Be, Will Be. Our lesson today is the conversation lesson in your books on page 39. All you need for the lesson today is your books on the conversation lesson, page 39, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. We'll start with an exercise from your workbooks, page 105. Here, exercise K. We're having two pictures for two towers. The first one is Al-Mamlaka Tower and the second one is Al-Masmak Tower. The question is, look at the two pictures A and B. Answer the questions below. We're having A, B, and C. Now, the first one, how are these two buildings the same? Look at both of them and they have things in common. What are the things that are in common about these two monuments or two towers? I can say that both are towers, Al-Mamlaka Tower and Al-Masmak Tower. Also, both are in Saudi Arabia. The two of them are in Saudi Arabia. And both are monuments. People, when they are going to go sightseeing in Saudi Arabia, they will visit Al-Masmak and they will visit Al-Mamlaka Tower. So both are towers, both are monuments, and both are in Saudi Arabia. How about the differences? How are these two buildings different? Al-Mamlaka and Al-Masmak Tower, how are they different? They are constructed from different materials. When they built it, they came up with different materials in Al-Mamlaka and in Al-Masmak Tower. The Kingdom Tower is made from glass and metal. However, for Al-Masmak, it was made from brick. So the material that we used is totally different. Bricks in Al-Masmak and the Kingdom Tower or Al-Mamlaka Tower, it was made from glass and metal. Let's try to predict how will the two buildings change in 50 years from today. We will make our own predictions about these two towers. 50 years from today, are they going to look the same? I believe they will be modernized and developed. They are going to develop to be better than they look today. Also, people are going to visit them as part of sightseeing tours. When people are going around the city, they will go to see them and visit them in 50 years from today. Do you have any other ideas, things that you believe that 50 years from today Al-Mamlaka Tower or Al-Masmak Tower will look? Just write your own prediction, write and use will or be going to. So these they are. So by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to answer some questions based on a conversation, use some new vocabulary or new words correctly, and use some real talk phrases correctly. Okay, so it's about the answering the questions and new vocab. Let's get started. Before we start, let's try to go again over the pronunciation lesson, which is the unstressing words. As a reminder, certain words that are the small words, we unstress them. We will just say them as quick as possible because they are not as important as other words. Let's listen to the ones from your books on page 38 as a reminder. And here.
In a century. Young and old. Cars can fly. 9 to 5. It was common. Cars of the future.
So, as you have noticed, the a and can, to, was and of are unstressed. Just move from the content word, the stress word, from one to the other. And like here, we can say young and old. Not and, young and old. Quickly, from one to the other. Okay. Now I want you to find and underline some of the words you practiced in the pronunciation section. we're having here the first two lines from the conversation. Let's try to underline the unstressed words. We're going to unstress would, the also, and of the as well is going to be unstressed. Let's try to underline the other. Of and is, to. Also we're having and I believe we will have on in here. Okay, I want you to listen and focus while you are listening on the underlined words, how they are unstressed. Let's listen.
Would you tell us about the new intelligent home of the future?
Certainly. The concept of intelligent buildings is to monitor and optimize lighting, security, ventilation, heating, audio-visual and entertainment systems, and so on.
So, you have noticed that the word that I underlined them are unstressed. So, it is, would you like to tell us about about the new intelligent homes of the future? Quickly, from content to content word, just give me a hint of the unstressed word. Okay. Now, I want you to think of one thing that we have now and think about how it may change 30 to 40 years from today. Make predictions how people will use this product or this thing in the year 2050. Let's choose any product, maybe a car, it could be a house, or it could be maybe the school or the computer. For me, I have chosen to predict about the future of houses, the future homes. How will they look like? Do you have any ideas? What about future homes? Can you describe the future homes? Do you think that they will look just like our houses today, or they will look different? For me, I guess the future homes will be smart. We can control them using our phones and the remote control. The future homes will be green, environmentally friendly. They will never cause any hurt to the environment. The future homes are going to be underwater. We will find some homes underwater, under the top of mountains. And I believe that the future homes are going to be smaller than our houses today. Our houses today are big, huge, and spacious. However, in the future, for me, I believe they will be smaller. So they will be green, smart, and underwater. Any other predictions? Just come up with your own prediction. Okay, so let's look into here before we start listening. I want you to look into the first lines of the conversation and tell me, who are the speakers in this conversation? The speakers for our conversation today are a reporter and an engineer. So a TV reporter is interviewing or asking certain questions to an engineer. So our main character is the engineer today. Let's look at the pictures. This is one of the pictures that we've got in here. What can you see? It looks like it is a house. What kind of houses? Future house, smart house. We're having a remote control, touch screen. Also, we're having in here, we're having also a robot. This is a robot. What is the robot trying to do in here? Working on a computer? No. Trying to vacuum and mop, to try to clean the floors. So, the house in here, what does it look like? If you want to describe it, how does it look like? I believe that it looks like a future home, intelligent, smart home. Also, would you like to have your own robot to do the housework? If you had the choice to have a robot to do the housework for you, would you agree with this idea or not? For me, I would say I would totally agree. A robot that will save me the burden, I will never say no. Let's speak about the idea of advantages and disadvantages of having a robot. It is a good idea to have a robot to do the housework. It will save my time. It will save my efforts. I will not have to repetitively do the chores, cleaning, washing, cooking. The robot is going to do the whole thing for me. So it will save my time and my efforts. How about the disadvantages? Everything is having drawbacks, disadvantages. I would speak about maybe the robot needs programming. It needs to put an eye on, so it will not break down. It needs to be programmed to do this or that. It will never think. It will only do the things that you ask for. Okay. Now I want you to listen to the whole conversation between the reporter and the engineer and come up with the answer for one question. Comprehension, the main idea. What is the main idea of the conversation in here? They're trying to speak about one main topic. What is it? Let's listen.
Would you tell us about the new intelligent home of the future?
Certainly. The concept of intelligent buildings is to monitor and optimize lighting, security, ventilation, heating, audio-visual and entertainment systems, and so on. It's an integrated household system that will make people's lives easier.
How will the house actually function?
When you arrive at the front door, you won't need a key. The door will open with a touch of your finger. The system will recognize your fingerprint.
What happens after I enter the house?
The lights will come on if it's night, the climate control will be activated, and surround sound will automatically play your favorite radio station.
What special facilities will there be in the kitchen?
You'll be able to call your refrigerator when you're at the supermarket and find out how much milk there is or how many eggs you have left.
That's wonderful. What about the housework? I hate doing that.
The house will come equipped with a robot that will do the cleaning, the washing, and the cooking.
No kidding. Can I buy the robot without the house?
Okay, so the main idea or the topic of the whole interview is about the questions, all the questions that the reporter is asking the engineer are about the intelligent homes or houses of the future. What are the functions? What are the things that I can do or I can't do in the future within a house? So the main idea is about future homes, intelligent homes of the future, and we're having smart homes, houses of the future. Okay, now we will listen one more time, and this time I want you to come up with the answers for these three questions. What is the concept of an intelligent building? How do you open the front door? And what makes the refrigerator smart? Let's underline the keywords. I want you to, any word that is related with intelligent buildings and the idea of concept. And also the front door, and also the refrigerator and smart. Okay, listen and try to find the answers within the engineer's speech.
Would you tell us about the new intelligent home of the future?
Certainly. The concept of intelligent buildings is to monitor and optimize lighting, security, ventilation, heating, audio-visual and entertainment systems, and so on. It's an integrated household system that will make people's lives easier.
How will the house actually function?
When you arrive at the front door, you won't need a key. The door will open with a touch of your finger. The system will recognize your fingerprint.
What happens after I enter the house?
The lights will come on if it's night, the climate control will be activated, and surround sound will automatically play your favorite radio station.
What special facilities will there be in the kitchen?
You'll be able to call your refrigerator when you're at the supermarket and find out how much milk there is or how many eggs you have left.
That's wonderful. What about the housework? I hate doing that.
The house will come equipped with a robot that will do the cleaning, the washing, and the cooking.
No kidding. Can I buy the robot without the house?
Okay, so about the concept of intelligent buildings. What is the concept of intelligent buildings? You can find it in the engineer's speech when he said, it is an integrated system that makes people's lives easier. Integrated within a system within the system of the house. So not one, many systems together that the main function, the main reason to make our lives easier. So it is an integrated system that makes people's lives easier. How do you open the front door? Do you use a key to open the front door? The system reads your fingerprint. This is your fingerprint. Everyone is having a unique fingerprint. You will stamp and it will open the front door. What makes the refrigerator smart? How would we call this refrigerator is a smart refrigerator or fridge? We will say that it's smart because it can tell you what you need to buy. All you need is to call the refrigerator and it will tell you how much milk you still have and how many eggs are still there. So it's smart. It knows what is within the refrigerator. Okay, now we will go to the real talk part. What do we mean by real talk? Real talk are phrases or expressions, very short ones, that they have extra meanings. They are having other meanings. Like when you say certainly, no kidding. What do you mean? Is it like don't laugh with me? No. It is having another meaning. However, we're going to listen to how they are said so we can notice the meaning from the intonation, how people are saying it. But let's one which is certainly in here. How is it said?
Would you tell us about the new intelligent home of the future?
Certainly.
So, what do I mean by certainly in here? When I say certainly, am I saying yes or no? When you are saying certainly, yes, sure, I will say. Then certainly, then he gave the answer. The concept of intelligent building is to monitor and optimize this and that. Sure. When someone is asking you for a favor, certainly, sure. The other one, by the very end of the conversation, the reporter said, no kidding. I want you to notice his voice while he is saying no kidding. Let's listen.
No kidding? Can I buy the robot without the house?
What do we mean by no kidding? Is it a question? It's not actually a question. When someone is saying no kidding, so it means a pleasant surprise. That you heard something, it surprised you in a positive way. You liked the surprise. What did he like here? The reporter liked the idea that a robot will do the housework, will do the whole chores for you. No kidding, I need one for me. So he's trying to say that is a surprising and it's a good surprise. Okay, let's try to use these words. Certainly, no kidding, that's wonderful. We will use each word in the blank. Can I have a word with you? I am all ears. How can I say yes? I will say certainly, no kidding, that's wonderful. I will say certainly, sure, yes, I am all ears. I am listening to you. 2. Guess what? We're going to the beach this weekend. Then, no kidding, that's wonderful. When did you plan that? I guess it's a pleasant surprise. No kidding, that was a surprise. When did you plan that? Then, you got all the answers right. Then, good for you. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Amazing. Good job. Okay? So these they are. Now I want you to listen one more time to the conversation and try to find the answers for the post-listening or the post-conversation questions. What are some features of the intelligent house? Features. You can come up with 1 or 2. What will happen after a person enters the house? After getting into the house? What will you be able to do over the phone? You can call someone. Why is the reporter interested in the robot? What did he like about it?
Would you tell us about the new intelligent home of the future?
Certainly. The concept of intelligent buildings is to monitor and optimize lighting, security, ventilation, heating, audio-visual and entertainment systems, and so on. It's an integrated household system that will make people's lives easier.
How will the house actually function?
When you arrive at the front door, you won't need a key. The door will open with a touch of your finger. The system will recognize your fingerprint.
What happens after I enter the house?
The lights will come on if it's night, the climate control will be activated, and surround sound will automatically play your favorite radio station.
What special facilities will there be in the kitchen?
You'll be able to call your refrigerator when you're at the supermarket and find out how much milk there is or how many eggs you have left.
That's wonderful. What about the housework? I hate doing that.
The house will come equipped with a robot that will do the cleaning, the washing, and the cooking.
No kidding. Can I buy the robot without the house?
So let's speak about the features of the intelligent house. What are the features that were mentioned? We're having the intelligent house will monitor lighting, the lights. We're having security, locking the doors, ventilation, the air coming in and out from the house, heating, the air conditioning, and audio visual systems, which is the radio, the TV, anything that is related to audio and seeing something. Okay, what will happen after a person enters the house? I will unlock the door with a fingerprint. Then, when someone enters the house, the lights will come on at night. The climate control will be activated, and surround sounds will automatically play your favorite radio station. I unlocked the door with my fingerprint. Then when I got in, the lights they have sensors, they will turn on if it is the night time. The climate control, maybe the air conditioner or the heater, will start. The sound system will automatically play your favorite radio station or TV show. So when you are in, everything is activated according to your choice. What will you be able to do over the phone? Call. What can you do over the phone? You will be able to call your refrigerator to find out about the things in it. Eggs, milk, do we still have any milk? Do we need to buy? You don't have to do your shopping list. Why is the reporter interested in the robot? He liked the robot. Why? He liked the idea. The reporter would like the robot to do the cleaning, washing, and the cooking. He would love someone to do the housework for him. Okay. Now we're having certain words that I want to highlight, like the word monitor. What do we mean by monitor? Verb. To monitor is to watch and keep track of. Check usually for a special purpose, just to put an eye on, to observe and keep track. So nurses monitored the patient's heart rate. Usually the nurse's job is to monitor, to observe, to check on the patient. Also, fingerprint. What do you mean by fingerprint? The impression of a fingertip on any surface. And this is a picture for a fingerprint. Every person is having a unique fingerprint. So everyone has a unique fingerprint. When you are stamping or putting your hand on any surface, your fingerprint will be there. Okay, equipped. The house comes equipped with the robot. What is equipped? Equipped is to make ready or prepared. When you are buying a house, it will come with a robot. So the car was not equipped to handle the desert. It was not prepared to be driven on desert. Let's try to use these words. Monitor, equipped, fingerprint. Our laboratory is well for experiments. Everything is there for experiments. Is well equipped. I installed cameras to my house. I want it to be secured. To monitor, watch closely. The on the door was identified. Someone had robbed the house and the fingerprint on the door was identified. The police, detectives can identify them. Okay, which functions of a smart building did you like the most? We have spoken about many functions of a smart house. Which one of these you will say, I love the idea of having this in my house? Is it fingerprint recognition? I can get into the house just by a fingerprint recognition. It can know who is getting into the house. The climate control system, the AC, the heating. Also, the smart refrigerator. You can call, so it tells you what do you need to buy. Or the idea of having a robot that will do the cooking, the washing, and the cleaning. Choose one and try to justify why would you like this one more than the others. For your homework, I want you to refer to your workbooks. There is a reading article in there. An article I want you to read and try to answer the questions that are about this article. Okay? I guess that is it for